Yo, 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 what it do, what it is, y'all. It's your boy Taylor May Rock, and you're now tuned in to the infamous No Filter Show. And as always, I'm joined by my great co-host.
Yeah, what up? Okay, quick. BBF, Beast Bars of Faith, ENT, you know the deal. We in here. Asylum, out right now. Say Less, K-Quick, Fever Rose, out right now. Get that. You know the vibes. No filter itch. We in here. Yeah.
Sorry, y'all. This is the Blue Phoenix. I am rolling around the city in a green mobile.
If that ain't multitasking.
And it is I, Just Star. Hello.
Tis her.
So GMO can't be with us tonight because my man is out in Vegas being a shooter.
Hey.
And it's participating a pool tournament. And yes, Nikki,
Nikki, what's going on, Sonya?
Nikki.
Press this. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the No Filter Show is still in fucking Facebook jail.
Oh, okay. So do you need us to go share it to the page?
Yeah, you can. Yeah. Make sure y'all tune in now. Make sure y'all go share it because Facebook is still hating on us. And once again, I will go on a rant and say a politely disrespectful "fuck you" to Facebook.
Hey, with the middle
We're
finger.
gonna have to change our names to the infamous No Filter Show.
Like shit, Facebook don't want us to be great. Like, what's going on with
Oh, but hold on, y'all. Let's finish about Mo. Everybody, make sure y'all send all the positive energy and celebration and cheers to Vegas to our fellow Mo there, because he's gonna be shooting pool.
Yeah,
and we want him to bring back the win, y'all.
Yeah, and if he didn't need prize money, it's 10% for his manager here.
Of course.
I would like to say G.I. Mo, boom by yay.
I like that.
Hey, Nikki and Zena. Who else was up?
What's going on?
Yeah, that's it. You know what's weird? This shit is just funny as shit. Like, and we're not gonna dwell on it because we already on Facebook don't want the No Filter Show to be great. And like I said last show, we're only gonna be on here shortly because we are moving to our own platform soon. So fuck you, Facebook. Thank you for what it was, but still fuck you. So on a positive note, how y'all feeling?
I feel good. It's a little person that told me to send y'all a message, and I thought it was a cute message. So a 9-year-old little boy who is supposed to play in a movie that we're developing said, hurry up.
That's my guy right there. Shouts out to the 9-year-old in question.
Look, he said, Mommy, I'm gonna be the star. I said, well, you're gonna play the lead, the little version of the lead person. He was like, when am I gonna get to do that? I said, well, baby, we're gonna get started on it now, and we should be ready to start filming next year. He said, tell them hurry up.
That's lit. Well, that's one thing. I mean, shoot, I already know you're excited this week. Don't you have an event coming up this weekend, Star?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. People about it. Of Rise of the Golden Goons.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in the building, and the first screening is always the star-studded one, because you already know the villain gonna slide through. Everybody in the film, including Star over here, gonna slide through. If you didn't get your tickets from near one of the screenings, I'm sorry, because from what I was told, is everything is sold out now. Am I correct, Star?
No, we have added 20 seats to each show. So hurry up before they're gone.
First come, first friggin' serve.
Okay. Why are we not? You know what? Maybe I did something wrong. We supposed to be live on Instagram tonight. I don't see the shit. Do y'all see it?
Which Instagram? No Filter joint?
Yep.
I don't know. I didn't get a notification.
Or
is it like an algorithmic issue? I don't know.
You said IG? Let me check.
I'm going to go in there and add myself to the live, so I'm in there twice.
That's funny as shit.
And that echo would be crazy.
Hey, I like hearing myself though, so it's all good.
So what, yo? So did y'all hear about the FBI cracking down on these cash apps?
I heard. What's the details on that?
So they're saying if you make a commercial purchase of 600, it's going to be reported. Or if a commercial purchase is made to you and you make over 600, they're going to report it to the IRS, and you're going to receive a 1099. But it's still going to keep that. I think if you make $20,000 in payments, period, that's when they report you. But I think they dropped it down to 10,000, if I'm not mistaken. So this goes for PayPal, Zelle, Cash App. What's the other one?
Netspend.
Is Netspend? No, Netspend is a bank account.
So what counts as a commercial payment?
Like, so say if I guess if it's just period. Like, that's what I'm trying to figure out. You know what I'm saying? What's a commercial payment?
Because when I think commercial, I think you're sending a payment to a business of some sort.
Pretty much. So if somebody's paying you for a service, but the thing is, when you send money through, well, actually no. So when you have a business account with PayPal, you know what I'm saying, you're supposed to get a 1099 anyway.
Right.
So
okay.
Yeah, you're supposed to, but what they're doing is they're trying to crack down on businesses that's using these cash apps, like specifically Cash App, you know what I'm saying, to do their business transactions, because you don't have to pay taxes on it. That's another form of
that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I swear, people can't have nothing.
I mean, it's a way around the system. I mean, just
it always is.
If you sending me more than 600, just break it down in payments.
Don't say that on live.
Let me put myself in the back.
Yeah, straight up.
Hey y'all. So listen, I got a medium little person bugging me right now to inform y'all that Mr. J the Fool won Homecoming King today.
Hey, my guy!
Whoa! Wow!
That's my guy. Okay. Shout out to J the Fool.
Thank y'all. It was easy, light work.
Okay.
Now politely get your ass out my room.
Bro, let him get his shine, yo. Stop hating. Let the king flaunt the crown a little bit.
His shine, but he cannot hijack our show.
It ain't a hijack. It's an impromptu guess.
The babies get a pass.
Yeah.
That John said we've been blocked. Hold on. The block will be active for 2 days and 10 hours more.
Lord.
Hold up, y'all. Hold up. Speaking of Facebook and their ignorant asses, they are changing their name. Have y'all heard that?
So what?
I did hear it.
They didn't say what the name is, but what they're trying to do is change it to a multiverse, something like a multiverse. So they're going to try to collab Instagram, Twitter. What's the other thing? I forgot what it is called, but all the things that Zuckerberg has his hands on.
Right, everything that he bought.
Yeah, they're trying to put it as one, and kind of have like something like glasses, sort of like 3D glasses. I don't know. Basically, he's trying to say, I don't know what he's trying to do with it, but he's trying to basically change the game.
Just leave well enough alone, Joe. Mm. Like, don't nobody want to go into no virtual world and do all this stuff.
Is it safe to say now that Mark Zuckerberg is like the real life Lex Luthor?
No.
Think about
it. He trying to take over everything.
I mean, it's either you stay ahead of the curve or you become yesterday's news. So you really can't blame the man for being creative, because technically, if you think about it, Facebook really changed social media as a whole. Right? Would y'all agree?
I mean, yeah, but I just put it this way. Him deciding that he want to buy all of these different platforms and keep his money up. Okay, that's fine. But now you talking about combining them. That's a little, pinky in the brainish. It's time to take over the world type shit. So it's just a little creepy.
Well, technically, they're already like integrated. Like Facebook, Instagram, all that shit is already integrated together.
I know. I noticed. You can have the same main pick by just choosing which platform picture you want to use. So that's when I first noticed that they integrated it.
Yeah,
well, I do know Twitter now has like these little rooms now that's just like Clubhouse.
Yeah. I think that's kind of dope. That's why Clubhouse fell off. I think the downfall of Clubhouse that it was strictly for iPhone users.
Oh, well, it's not no more.
Oh, well, at first it was.
It was, but it actually this year, I want to say February of this year, it became, because I say I'm on Clubhouse all the time.
They opened it up
all day. I may enjoy it all day. So yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm glad you got access now because that shit was old news.
You shady nigga.
My
you know what's coming.
Access, boy.
No, I get so many topics and material to talk about from Clubhouse. So I use it for. It was originally for networking, but it still is. Don't get me wrong, it still is. But so much material and topics come from out of there. So I use it for other things.
Yeah, I think people got a little reckless on there. You got a little comfortable, like anybody can enter the room. You know what I'm saying? Niggas was talking about some reckless shit on there, so that type of shit.
Well, it became regular. It became a regular social media platform. As far as it used to just be like a networking platform. You can get in there. Like I'm in. On one hand, I can jump into a room and be talking to freaking King Los and Mason, all these folks, and then regular social media stuff be happening in another room.
Yeah. But was my favorite Clubhouse meeting that happened was when everybody was in the room with DJ Academics, you know what I'm saying? And they was going smack at him. Well, I know Meek was going smack at him. I think 21 Savage was going smack at him. Recently it was that Clubhouse conversation with Tekashi, Wack, 21 Savage.
Yeah.
And a couple other people. So it's been some epic events, you know what I'm saying, happening on there, but blah 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 blah. It's old, because
only the drama is because, like, for real, the drama is the stuff that blows up. When Academics and Meek is arguing, blows up. When 21 and Wack 100 and 6ix9ine is on there arguing, it blows up. It's not old news. It's just not a lot of stuff that media takeout can put on their platform is up there.
Of course. Ladies, y'all quiet over there. Quick, I feel like it's just us talking. Like they don't want to talk.
You might as well put their asses in the back.
I'm sorry. I'm in the truck with the kids. As soon as I drop them off, it's on and pop.
Oh no, you know what? Let's put her in the back seat. Star, you still there? We're going to start. Speak now or forever hold your peace.
You said what?
Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Oh Lord. Well, I am stoned.
Too late.
You got the wrong damn person, fool. Shit.
Too late. This is now.
Too late. You damn trigger happy. How you shoot me by accident?
It's called friendly fire. My bad. All right, let's bring it down. Enough of the bullshit.
Nah, that's what your ass get.
Oh, look, Weezy just left.
You can go with her, put her in the back.
Yeah, she just left by herself. When she come back, we're gonna let her marinate.
That is petty boots. So, Rob, imagine if people wanted to boycott us because I called you a niglet like they doing Dave Chappelle.
Oh, That'd be funny as shit because you
I
know
don't
what?
get because what who calling Dave Chappelle that?
No, when Rock was just messing with you for being an Android user, I called him a shady niglet, and I
Oh,
said,
yeah.
how ironic would it be if they started trying to boycott us because I called him a niglet, like how they doing Dave Chappelle over his special.
I still don't get. Can somebody please pinpoint exactly what part of his bit was the offensive part?
Honestly, I just agree with him that this generation is a little too sensitive because
No,
they basically proved exactly what he said in his
straight up.
point in that special, and they don't even realize that they proved his point because they just want to be angry. Oh, cancel Dave Chappelle.
But that's
Netflix is
what I'm
coming, make
saying.
him walk out. Listen,
But
I'm not giving up my job just because I didn't like what somebody said.
but this is what I'm saying. On what grounds was the cancellation warranted? Like, what part of that
Because he
was the
spoke
offensive
on the
part?
LG.
Because they
Because
butt
he
hurt
spoke.
and not the way they want to be hurt.
Oh Lord,
Oh,
he shows violence.
I'm just saying, but I'm just saying, it's just like the dang quote. It's just like the quote I shared earlier this week. I want to say I shared it yesterday or whatever, man. So when these comedians make fun of other races, make fun of their race, their family, their pain, everybody's laughing. But that one group of people is exempt. Is that basically what it is?
That was basically his point, and that's basically what they proven, that they feel that
So,
they
yeah.
should be exempt.
Well, since we're talking about Dave Chappelle, things is actually heating up with Netflix. They actually had a walkout protest. You know what I'm saying? And they're talking about that they want to sit down and have an open dialogue with Dave Chappelle. Now
He said he's up for it. He said he'll do it.
Well,
I can't wait to hear this.
A rep said he's up for it, like Scott said. But on the other hand, you know what I'm saying, Ashley Marie Preston said on Wednesday that she invited Dave to sit down and talk about the damage he's done, and he's made it clear that he's not gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? He's not for it. So we're gonna keep an eye on this and see how this shit develops.
Do you think he should? I mean, is he obligated to do this?
No,
I mean, he's not. But in a world where
In an asshole crybaby world.
Let me finish. In a world where us as black people, we cry out for so much for us to be treated fair and understood, you feel me? At least he can do is just sit down with a rep and just hear them out. You feel me? Hear their argument.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I kind of feel like that's where we go wrong as people. You know what I'm saying? And we don't really want to hear people out because we stand so strong on what we believe. But I mean, at the end of the day, at least give him a chance to speak. That don't mean that he gotta fold and you know what I'm saying, and go back and renege. Maybe he might realize that some of the shit that he said is quote unquote insensitive. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe he might dial back. But honestly, who gives a shit?
At the same time,
jokes is jokes.
If he has to dial back on that with that subject, which he didn't even go hard on, every comedian has to dial back on every subject that way. Equality, right?
Yeah.
And then we're gonna have some of the most bland comedy known to man after this year.
But you know what I don't get? Like honestly, I grew up on South Park. You feel me? I watched Family Guy. And every last one of those shows hold no punches. You feel me? They go at every.
I ain't see a single protest for near one of them.
You feel me?
My favorite comedian is probably one of the most offensive comedians in history, and nobody ever complained about him. My favorite comedian back in the day was Andrew Dice Clay, and he talked about everybody.
Yeah.
He talked about everybody. He was even calling black people niggas in his act. He was the most offensive comedian I've ever seen, but also one of the funniest.
So do you think that because of technology, you feel me, because we actually have more power because you can reach more people quickly. You feel me? Like right now we're doing a podcast and we have the capability to reach the world. So do you think because it's getting out so fast and a lot of people can complain or go against it at once, that, you know what I'm saying, that fucks shit up for us as a people, because, you know, anybody can go back and look at your history on your social media and pull up your shit. You feel me? See what you said and did.
Yeah, that's true.
That's facts.
I mean, like I said, I just think society is too sensitive right now, especially that specific community, because it's like, first of all, I'm a part of that community. I keep saying that community because my views on Dave Chappelle is separate from the majority, but I'm a part of that community. And I find it strange that it's okay to sit around and have an opinion about every single iota of another person's life all day long. And as soon as somebody mentions you, it's a problem. Like, I don't like that. What is it? Flame Monroe, the transgender comedian, said something that made so much sense to me. It's like, okay, you want to be accepted and acknowledged or whatever, but you are making yourself the exception. Instead of just living your life and letting it be what it is, you feeling like you have to push your life out to the masses and you have to force it on people who don't agree with you, and you have to shut it down throats that don't want to digest it. You make it become a problem. It's like, at the end of the day, you can be whoever the hell you want to be living next door to me. You know what I mean? As long as you're not directly affecting my family. Like an example, a racist person can be my next door neighbor as long as they ain't trying to kill my kids and bothering us. You ain't got to say hello in the hallway. I ain't got to say hello to you. You can live your life over there and I can live my life over here. It should be that way for everybody.
That's called libertarianism, actually.
I mean, I get it. But okay,
no. I was just placing the term with what you were saying. That's exactly what
I appreciate that. I was just going to simply say, you know, as unpopular of an opinion as this is, I am of the thinking that back in Jim Crow era, that whole how some black people had the separate but equal theory, I'm for that. I don't have to integrate with you. I just need to be able to live my life without your interference. And I feel like it should be that way for everybody. But if you're gonna, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I'm rambling. I'm gonna stop talking because that is really a passionate subject to me, because I'm older and of that community, and I don't get how the younger ones think. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. But I digress.
Yeah, but you make a lot of sense, and as far and as far as you know, being that part of the LGBTQ community, the biggest part of that is your your sexual preference. No one, like, it. We made it a big deal when all in actuality is your sexual preference and what you identify as. It shouldn't be this big, humongous thing. Heterosexual, you know, people, you know, it's just what you prefer, and I don't understand why everybody's so sensitive. And you know, like in Rock, like you were saying, how we as Black or Indigenous people had to fight, and we fight for everything, and we should be able to come and listen to other people, and I agree. But we do that, though. Sometimes we don't. But for the most part, we are always there for other people, and we are always listening in open arms, and we take in everybody. When is it going to be where we have to not do that? Like, that comedy special was not harsh.
It wasn't.
He didn't go and do anything that would cause somebody to just be hurt. So I'm a little confused as to why, if they really listened to what he was saying, they will understand the whole thing. But a lot of people are critics and they only listen to parts. They don't listen to the whole thing.
Right.
So I can guarantee you that most of these people protesting didn't even watch the whole thing.
Well, I will say this. I actually had a conversation with one of my Facebook friends. Just, you know, he posted about it, and I know he's a mature man, and we can have an adult conversation without it getting disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's offended. And his point, he made a valid point, and I couldn't do nothing but sit back and be like, okay, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much, you know, them being able to live open and free is new. You feel me? It wasn't always like this. You feel me? And the way that they got treated for their sexuality, you feel me, is traumatizing. You feel me? So now that they get their freedom, you know what I'm saying, to be on a public platform, a major platform and to be poked fun at like that. You feel me? Like they're just getting that fresh breath of air, but to be embarrassed, you know what I'm saying? Like that, I get it. I get it. Hold on, we got a comment. Kids said they didn't cancel Jerry Springer, and he had a whole guest get killed because he was transgender. Well, technically, I agree, but they couldn't. They couldn't hold Jerry Springer
responsible for that.
Responsible because that was just a situation.
Well, that depends on how you look at it, because Jenny Jones had that same situation, except the guest wasn't transgender. The guest was he worked with a guy, and he had a crush on the guy, and the guy was straight. So it was a murder-suicide situation due to the fact that he brought him on national TV. He killed the guy that had the crush on him, and then he killed himself. And that happened before the Jerry Springer situation. So
I remember that one.
Really take into account how much accountability do they have, because it ruined Jenny's career. Her show was done after that, and Jerry didn't. But Jerry is also a white male, so they get more privilege than anybody else.
That's a whole nother subject. That's like another layer.
So can we dial back just a quick? Rock, please regurgitate what your friend said real quick.
They didn't cancel Jerry Springer, and he had a whole guest get killed because he was a transgender.
No, not him. The conversation you had about your friend with Dave Chappelle.
Oh, like, no, he was just saying that, you know, to wrap it up, you know what I'm saying? They weren't. It's them being able to live free and be them, you know what I'm saying? Their lifestyle is just really, it's still kind of new, because back in the day, you know what I'm saying, it was looked down and frowned upon. It was, you know.
And to be honest, now to go off of what you just said, in ways, I actually admire, and in some extent envy them. You know, the LGBT. I admire them because how rapidly that, like, literally society is, it seems like anytime anything remotely attacks them, even if it's a harmless joke, society is right there holding the hand, ready to guard the heck out of them with this cancel culture mess. What is the Black community doing wrong that we couldn't do that?
Nah, it's not what we doing wrong.
This is just how I'm
about to answer your question, bro. It's not what we're doing wrong. You got to actually look at their movement. Their movement isn't based off the color of your skin. That movement includes people of many races, cultures, and backgrounds. That's what makes that movement so strong.
Let me tap into that, because there are a lot of other movements and other parts that are based on race, and they have gotten a lot further than us. But let me come back to
please.
Let me come back to what your friend said. It is true that they are free. They don't get persecuted, because they anyone that was not quote unquote straight were persecuted. They were ridiculed, and you know, some were murdered. You know, so I get that. The thing is, this is who you choose to live your life with, who you choose to have sex with, who you choose to identify as. This is who you choose to be. This is not particularly who you are. So you are judged because people have a fear. It's a fear of the unknown, or just ignorance. The thing is, comedians make jokes about everything, regardless of you just getting your freedom. It is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's a joke. And regardless if you didn't like it or not, you do not have to attack. And that's for any comedian. You can choose to listen, or you can choose not to listen. Does everybody watch the news? The news is ridiculous, but a lot of people choose to watch it, and a lot of people choose not to. So what we have to do is learn to separate our emotions. And I'm saying this because I had a situation over the weekend where my emotions got ahead of me, and I was not able to listen. We have to learn to separate our emotions from what's actually happening. I am so glad that your friend feels free enough to be themselves. But is it to the point of where you have to cause somebody else to lose their freedom?
Well, I will say this. I was with you. Repeat what you just said at the end. You said that's who they choose to be.
No, I said you choose. I'm talking about you can't choose how you're born. You can't choose, you know what I'm saying? But you
Right.
can choose what you love. You can choose who you choose to make love to. You can choose what you identify as, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And comedians make jokes.
So let me
So,
ask you this.
uh-huh.
There you go. I just got it back. So it's kind of like I first of all, I agree with you. Jokes is jokes. You know what I'm saying? I went to Suitland High School, and for those who don't know, you know what I'm
Lord
saying?
have mercy.
You cannot go to Suitland High School with soft skin. You gotta have tough skin. You gotta be fast at the mouth. You gotta be able to joan, and you gotta be able to fight. You feel
Yep.
me? Okay, so my upbringing and being in my family, you know what I'm saying? Jokes is jokes. So, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But to a person who's not from that lifestyle, who hasn't really been joned on, you feel me, who's real sensitive, like who are we to say what should be offensive to them? Because when we get offended as black people, you feel me, and they say, oh, we shouldn't be offended by that. We outrage, you feel me? So like, where's that same and like I said, I agree with you, but where's the same compassion that we want for us for them?
And I get that. I agree with what you're saying.
Hold on,
Go ahead.
I'd like to jump in right there.
I'm gonna open it up. Are we jealous? Are we jealous because they're getting more action and making more progress than us? Floor's open.
Well, this is one thing. This is the understanding part right here, because it goes back to my initial question. Baby. What's going on, bro? It goes back to my initial question at the beginning of this whole conversation. What part of that special was the offensive part? So I'm trying to understand. I'm literally asking, not to be sarcastic. I really, really, really am trying to understand what part really pulls the trigger.
I think they're just tired of him overall using them as the butt of their jokes. The butt of his jokes.
So who would they rather him use as the butt of the jokes? That's the question. That's another question.
I don't know, bro.
Okay, but life imitates art. So he talks about and not necessarily only Dave Chappelle. People talk about everyone. What is happening more commonly in the world? The LGBTQIA plus community they're out there. So if it's life and comedy is art, it's going to imitate what it sees. These, just like anything in the news, it's like when Trump was in there, Clinton, Bush, and GW, and I mean anybody is in the office, everybody gets talked about. And I want to add that I do agree with you as far as the sensitivity and who are we to tell somebody that things shouldn't bother them, because when they tell us this, we do get offensive. A lot of us don't, a lot of us do. You know, it just depends. The thing is, where is the uproar when it is on us? Why is it that we have to always be the ones to understand?
Man, if I bite my tongue any harder, I'm gonna bite it off. This subject pisses me off so damn bad. So I'm gonna start with the question that Weezy just ended off with, and the question that Rock started with, since it's the same question. Why the question about who are we to tell somebody what's offensive to them? Because if there's no cap on it, then that's where the hate builds, and we might as well go back into slavery times, because there was a time where people was walking around offended just because we exist and we breathe. It's not so much as somebody telling you, oh, this, you should not be offended off of this. You can have your feelings. It's different when you start using your feelings to motivate and move and destroy because of your feelings. At the end of the day, it's a whole misunderstanding. Y'all are mad because he mentioned the community, but you didn't stop to listen to the message and what it was that he was saying. So right now you look foolish being mad, trying to protest and going through all of this for what? He didn't say anything offensive to you. Your feelings just got hurt. And that's the difference between offending somebody and somebody's feelings getting hurt, is the understanding.
Once again, who are you to say who are you to say how they felt? See, that's what I'm kind of.
I didn't say how they felt. I said that they need to understand the difference between being offended and having feelings. If I look a person, one specific person in the face, listen, if I look one specific person in the face and I say, you know what, you ugly. You feel me? That's offensive. If I say I think the color red is ugly, that's not offensive. Everybody with a red shirt on gonna get mad because I don't like the color red.
Well,
that's your feelings. That's not offense.
I could be offended because red is my favorite color.
But that's my point. No, you can't. You have feelings about the fact that somebody don't agree with you. Offense is a direct hit. You can always take a red shirt off and put on a blue one or whatever other color. But if I call you ugly, I'm talking directly to you. That's offensive. I'm talking directly, specifically, and concurrently about you. If I speak about a color, that's a broad statement. That means you don't like that I spoke on your favorite color. That's not the same as you being offended.
So with that being said, then what's wrong with them saying, hey, you hurt my feelings? Because
ain't nothing wrong with that, but say that. Don't say that he committed some type of moral crime. Say you hurt our feelings and we didn't appreciate that, and give him a chance to apologize. Then y'all dialogue about what he said that hurt your feelings, and then he can break down what he meant. Understanding can come on and people can
think about what hurt you.
Now
exactly. Because it's something that hurt you. That's your feelings.
Let's get into it. You know what I'm saying? If he said it, that means he meant it. That's his truth. So why should you have to apologize for saying what you feel? Now
because everybody doesn't always agree. But that apology and that I'm hurt has to come with some understanding. The problem is everybody wants to be understood. Everybody wants to be heard. Everybody wants to have their way. And in doing so, they're closing their ears. That's not, you can't get anywhere in life. I don't care what race you are, what nationality you are, what sex you are, or what's your sexual preference. You can't get nowhere if you feel like you got to always be right and you can't hear nobody else out.
Sorry, can I ask you a question, being that you're of the community?
Mm-hmm.
Now, granted, just to reiterate, for those who may be just tuning in, you saw the closer special in its entirety, correct?
Nope. I watched the whole thing in clips on YouTube.
All right. So from what you've seen, but you've seen most of the LGBT bit he did, correct?
Yeah.
And with that being said, was anything, in your opinion, specifically you, as far as the point he was making, the examples he was giving, so on and so forth, did you view them? So 2 questions. Did you view them as offensive? And secondly, was he wrong? Like, was the point he was trying to make him wrong, or was he telling the truth?
Okay, so for me, I don't think he was wrong. I think he was trying to open some eyes. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, so he basically, he I don't want to say he made it about race, but he made race and sexual preference synonymous to prove his point. So it's okay to go kill somebody with black skin due to whatever circumstance, but you better not mention one certain community or all hell is going to break loose for you. His point was simply, why is the world uneven like that, and why is that okay? And that's what I took from it, and that's what I got. And then being of the community, the reason that I can't see the outrage is because I wake up every morning, I'm black. I wake up every morning, I'm a woman. You feel where I'm coming from? Nobody has to know what my sexual preference is when I wake up. That's not something that you can physically see immediately. And a bedroom has a door for a reason. It's not about you hiding who you are. It's not about you not being accepted for who you are. If you're flamboyant and you're loud and you want to be accepted for that, fine. But your bedroom is supposed to be sacred and private. Period and point blank. Like, for instance, I'm sorry. I need to get this out before I explode. People with this whole, why is it okay for kids to see straight people kissing, but when it's a gay couple, it's a problem? It's a problem anywhere because children are children. You should not be promoting sexuality to kids. And I don't care if it's gay, straight, bi, queer, whatever. It should not be in children's programming, period. And that makes me angry because they say, oh, you know, y'all didn't have a problem. You don't know that because see me, I'm of the community. And when men and women is kissing on TV, my underage children got to close their eyes or leave the room. It has absolutely nothing to do with who's on screen doing the kissing. I don't want my kids going to school kissing up on their daggone classmates and getting in trouble. We don't want them to see any of it. It's not just about you. And what makes me so angry and so passionate about it is because it's a selfish movement to me. You just want what you want and you don't care if it's going to affect anybody else. And I'll tell you why I said that. When they had this whole issue about the bathrooms and who should be allowed in what bathroom, as soon as I saw that, I didn't say I'm angry that it's a guy in a dress or anything derogatory. You know what I said? So what about the pedophiles that's going to now put on a dress and heels said they can be in the bathroom with my daughter? And what ended up happening? 3 kids got raped in a damn McDonald's bathroom by a man who was not gay, who was not transgender, who is not of the community, just deciding that he's going to put on a dress and walk into the female's bathroom and assault somebody's children. But y'all didn't think about that when you wanted inclusion and these bathrooms to not be separated anymore. That is where my anger comes in. There comes a time where as human beings, Black, white, Asian, Puerto Rican, Mexican, whatever you are, as human beings, you have to care about somebody other than just yourself. So that whole we want to be included and now all of a sudden Superman is gay and all of that.
Oh yeah, that threw me all the way off. I'm like, what?
But that's my thing. It's like, at what point do you care about somebody else? Because see, if I'm walking down the street and I see an adult pulling on a child and that child is saying, I don't know them or whatever, I'm intervening. So that means I gave a damn about your child. When will you give a damn about mine? I digress because I'm getting pissed.
That was real though. That answered both my questions, and then some.
Yeah, I had to be quiet. I just had to let it breathe for a minute.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just passionate about our children. You know what I mean? I want them to have a future when we all leave here, and the things that we're doing now is going to shape their future. So a lot of this stuff got me hot under the collar.
And the thing about that is too, it's like it's kind of going to be a point where people that are not in that community are going to have to go underground because they're going to be ridiculed for being straight. It's going to end up being that way. So that's why I said, that's why I said it is you have your freedom. Everybody deserves freedom, but this is your sexual freedom. This is you choosing what you identify as. This is who you choosing to love. This is not a full human freedom. This is what you choose that you like. This is fine. But does that freedom and all this legislation, is it okay to get all this stuff and then take everybody else's freedom?
Well, look, speaking of freedom and who to love, this boy right here, Eddie Winslow. Your man is tripping.
That's your man, man.
Man, look, no. When he was, I feel good. That's the guy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That guy that was doing what he was doing in that video to that person, then trying to deny it.
Now that's the problem right there. Be who you gonna be or who you gonna be with, but don't try to fake.
Hey.
Like, come on.
Y'all really think he into that though?
Of course.
Yes, because wasn't it earlier this year that he put out a post or something about him being interested or being bi or something like that?
Man,
that I don't know. That I don't have no knowledge of.
I'm gonna tell you like this. My stand on this forever would be: you love who you love.
Yeah.
So who you fuck does not make me come. You feel me? I don't care.
Exactly.
I mean,
come on now.
I mean, I was about to say this is about to be a short conversation because I mean, I have really nothing to say on that. I mean, it is what it is. You like who you like.
Yeah. Quick, we better not find.
And it's not going to bother his profession. It's not going to bother his career.
If anything, it just put him in the spotlight.
Facts.
I said, if anything, it would have put him in the spotlight. The question was, She said that they were at a photo shooting, photo shooting. He drank all the photographer's liquor. You know what I'm saying? So it's a possibility that they could have been working on a project or something together. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never
More than
know.
likely.
Well, they're friends though. They're friends.
I mean, going off of what they said, it was just like some business type stuff. Going off of what she said personally, because I mainly, when I looked into it, I saw mainly what she posted about it, and like she was bigging them up, saying they got like something in the works, like a project or something like that. They were doing a shoot or something together or whatever, but it was all business type, friendship type things.
Well, that video ain't look business wise.
Well, they was in a photo.
Look, he had some of that liquid courage in him, and he already wanted to do that with her. That's all that was.
Yeah, well, it was but on the other end, devil's advocate. Yeah, I mean, if that's granted, if y'all in that type of photo shoot, you got to play the part. If he agreed to do that, then he agreed to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, because there's dudes in this dang industry who, this is just an example. There's dudes in movies who kiss other dudes. You know, him standing next to her doing a photo shoot isn't really that big of a deal. If it's just that.
I had to show my face for this. He was doing a little bit more than posing. Okay.
Fine. I'm playing devil's advocate the same way.
You can play devil's advocate, and I'm gonna play devil in the blue dress. But guess what? He liked it. She liked it. And that's all that matters. If that's what you're gonna do. It just don't make no this. I know nobody cares. That's what I'm trying to say. Why are you trying to deny it? Come on, McCrary, let's go. Get your love on. Come on.
I mean, it's whatever.
So I have a question for y'all, because I'm tired of talking about this subject.
You the one who got to match your thumbnail, bro.
Hey, look. Let me tell you something quick. Let me go ahead and put it back to the OG, triple OG.
I knew it. That's for you, Star.
Bound chicka wow wow.
Hey, go ahead, man. Hey, so what was I looking at? Fuck. Have you guys seen the new Halloween movie?
Not yet, so don't tell me nothing about it.
Nope.
You haven't. Why not?
Well, how about this? What was the best, since I haven't yet, what would you say would have been, not the original Halloweens, but what is the best reboot of the Halloweens in your opinion?
Scary movie.
Parody is not included.
You said, what's the best scary movie?
Like, no, the best reboot of the Halloween. Like, for real, I don't know why, but I still remember seeing Halloween Resurrection and watching Busta Rhymes go head up with Mike and like get over on him. Like straight up.
That was my least favorite.
I don't know what. Maybe it's because I saw it as a kid. It's like a childhood memory. But
because I'm a Halloween fan, bro. So
the Rob Zombie joint, but like so is I, you know. But so am I. I saw all the old ones, of course. But maybe it's just the ambiance of being a kid and all that ish. But the Rob Zombie joint was I. What you think about that one?
Yeah, Rob Zombie joint. That's the joint where they show him as a boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that joint was cool.
Feeling it was graphic. You know what I'm saying? I really felt like.
I like that one too. That one was alright. That was cool.
Big said she called it like H2O.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, I mean, so I'm gonna tell you like this. I feel like, and I'm not gonna give it away, but now that I understand that if you've seen the last movie, it picks up exactly where the last movie left off at.
Oh,
so
good.
They actually broke the whole story into 3 parts. So we're watching the middle part. So when you watch it, keep that in mind. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you some real shit. When you watch it, just keep this in mind. It's gonna be certain situations. It's gonna be one scene at the end. Just think about if you and your peoples was out there, what y'all would have did, right? Just keep that in mind. And you're gonna be like, oh yeah, that's some bullshit. That's bullshit. Now, I want to tell you so bad. You know what?
No, but I will say, don't you better not spoil this shit. Anyway, but that goes into another question. But that goes into another scenario.
And they gonna take the gun.
I hate this.
He put himself in the back Ain't that about a blip?
He just wanted to say it. This is his way of telling it without us hearing it.
Okay, well, listen.
You got it out your system? You got it out?
Yeah.
All right, good. But like this goes to another thing that I thought was fun. Like literally, me and Denise was talking about this. Like, picture yourself going head up one-on-one with every one of these slasher characters, and basically seeing like if you would survive them. Like, for one, if you were in a room with Michael Myers, you think you would be the one coming out the room?
Nigga, if you put a strap in my hand, you motherfucking right.
I mean, like, for real. Yeah. Well, like, this the thing is, I'm coming out of his Michael Myers. He's just a dude who got bolts loose. I can go there too, straight up,
bro. Bro, guess what? Like, yeah. Guess what, bro? Guess what?
What's up?
Wrong. You know what? I'm about to download a picture of Charlie Murphy. Wrong.
Wrong, but like, no, for real. No, but one dude I said, I just had her start throwing names out, and one dude I said, all right, I might as well, because if Jason Voorhees in front of me, I'm dead like a motherfucker. He gonna have to earn the kill. I'm gonna be like the dude who got his block knocked off when he went head up. At least he went down fighting, but like shit, ain't no way I'm surviving that shit. Jason, once you dead, you fucking dead.
But what about Squid Game? Y'all not mentioning that.
Oh, Squid Game was fire. We can talk about that. Speaking today,
I didn't finish watching it.
All right,
what episode did you get to? Okay, so we're not gonna spoil it for you. What episode did you get to?
2.
I haven't watched anything.
Okay, fine. So let's talk about episode 1. Let's talk about the first game.
No. Let's wait because I want to talk about it all as a collective.
No, Phoenix hasn't seen none of it.
Yeah, let's not. Yeah.
No.
But you know the crazy thing about it, my 6-year-old said, "Mommy, have you watched Squid Game?" I said, "Why have you watched it?"
Yeah, because Jordan threw me when he said he watched it too. He 9.
She keeps asking me like, "What? I need to watch it," because she keep asking me like it's like I need to watch it.
I would say, and I would say, Denise cried during one episode.
Damn.
Yeah.
Hey, I can say this: the way they left it, I'm definitely
watching
forward to season 2.
Facts, super facts.
Definitely, like usually if it's a show you're like, all right, yeah, I can't wait till next season. No, the way they left it, I am definitely looking forward to season 2.
I tell you one thing: the daggone Squid Game gave Netflix $800-something million revenue.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, that's what I was gonna touch on. That they said that it's projected to reach $800 million worldwide in revenue.
But you want to know something? This is one thing that I had to come to the conclusion to, because I know I'm different. Because I don't go off of other people's opinions. There's some people who said that it was trash and so on and so forth. But I just think some people don't like psychologically triggering or thought-provoking type shit. I like some shit that leaves you mind fucked. Like, I like that kind of stuff.
Are you talking about? Oh, never mind. Sorry.
Anyways, whatever the hell. Anyways, yeah, I like this kind of stuff. You know, because if you look at my Netflix playlist, all you'll see is like Squid Games, Manifest, Black Mirror, like all this kind of crazy mind twisting type shit. That's the shit I'm into.
Oh, so look, since we're talking about shows, y'all, I watched the final season of Shameless, and to everybody,
I never started watching
Shameless. Oh, for real, bro.
It's in my to-do list. I have that joint in my list. I just never started.
Bro, I swear. Phoenix, y'all watch Shameless?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's on Netflix.
You don't know who Frank Gallagher is?
Nope.
He's a comedian, ain't he, Gallagher?
No. Oh my goodness.
Well, he is a comedian, but
oh my goodness. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
Yes, while you getting that pulled up, have y'all ever saw something like late at night, like when the infomercials are supposed to be on and then you just hooked?
Yeah.
So quick, you specifically, because I think you will fall in love with this series like I did. So I was up late, as always, one daggone night. I think it might have been Monday night. I don't know. But I don't have cable. So it was the regular TV channel, NTD. Mm-hmm. Right? Now on this channel, what I forgot what the NTD stands for, but there was a soap opera on this channel, a Korean soap opera on this channel. When I say lit, called Empress Key. Has anybody up here seen that show?
First time I'm hearing of it.
Man, when I say hooked. So the show is called Empress Key, right? It's a Korean soap opera, and it's about Key. She's a female. She was almost sold into slavery as a child. Eventually, the king falls in love with her. And when the king falls in love with her and she falls in love with him, the emperor decides that he wants her for himself and makes her empress so the king can't be with her no more. And it's all types of little tricks and slicks and stuff going on that make it juicy, like thieves. And it's like amped up Robin Hood. Like if you like, real suspense, dramaful stuff, you will fall in love with this series. I was like, oh my God, I've never been hooked on something that I got to read the subtitles to understand.
Boy, and look, sometimes
for me because I watch kung fu movies all the time, so
I be a little too toasted to read subtitles and shit.
You know what? I like watching movies with subtitles because I'm always reading, but sometimes I miss the movie because I be reading more than watching.
Right, shit.
If anything, because you toasted, the words should look bigger.
No, not really. So look, I'm gonna play just a couple of these shows. This is the best of Frank Gallagher on Shameless season.
I was a psychology major for a semester.
Dad, what's this?
That's a pacifier for Uranus.
What?
Wow.
Well, sometimes men discover things about themselves, like they prefer male genitalia to female genitalia.
Wait, so some guys like to lick wieners?
Well, I'm sure at first they're attracted to each other's build, and once a connection gets made, then the wieners get licked. It's a scorcher today, ain't it?
Oh my gosh.
Morning. Passport? Yeah. No, must have left them in my other pants. But I'm an American citizen, Chi-Town, born and raised. No passport, no entry. What? Since when? Since Al-Qaeda decided Americans needed killing. Let me cross it. I won't tell anyone. I promise. You got a driver's license? Any form of photo ID? Costco card. Do I look like I've got a Costco card? You look like you need a course of penicillin and a lice comb. A fast-moving current can knock a grown man right off his feet. Did you see Anaconda? Hey, keep moving, right? That was Central America. Okay. Whiskey. I need whiskey. Shh. We have to stay hydrated.
The sun's almost down. It's not hot.
How much further?
20 miles to the rendezvous.
How far have we gone so far?
2. Tranquilo.
Could we stop for a second? I think I'm getting a blister.
Manuel, este güey ya me tiene harto. ¿Por qué no le metes un pinche balazo en el estómago y dejas que los cuervos le piquen los ojos?
No, seriously, I'm wearing the wrong shoes. Anybody have a Band-Aid?
¡Eh, la amiga! ¡Cúrale, cúrale! ¡Vete, amiga! ¡Vete, cúrale! ¡Cúrale, vete! How do I get my tomahawk back, my tomahawk back, my tomahawk back? How do I get my tomahawk back, my tomahawk back, my tomahawk back? How do I get my tomahawk back, my tomahawk back, my tomahawk back?
You a quitter, Manuel?
What?
A quitter? Little baby quitter?
So, yeah, that's just a little, That's a little bit of Frank Gallagher, man. He's wild. The whole show is like crazy.
So once again, they canceling Dave Chappelle, but they ain't cancel that.
Come on, bro. Did you
Yahtzee.
I'm just saying, bruh. There was a bit in there that may be deemed offensive to some.
Look, are you offended?
No, I'm just making a point, bruh.
Yes. Are you offended or did it hurt your feelings?
No, I'm just making y'all see it now. No,
It hurts
just for that
somebody's
star-
feelings.
Just for that star, I'm gonna buy you a pacifier.
Oh boy. So look, all right. So the overview about Shameless is pretty much it's about a dysfunctional family with a strung out father, but the niggas, he's wild. That's all I'm gonna say. The whole family is actually wild, and shout out to that whole cast and crew because I've been watching this since day one, and you know what I'm saying. Like that's like if you know me, it's hard for me to sit down and watch TV, but to stick with them that many seasons, I think they had like what 13 seasons. You know what I'm saying? I literally watched the characters grow up on screen. You know what I'm saying?
You said 18 seasons.
13.
Wow.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's a super dope show. Definitely y'all need to check it out. I'm trying to tell you. All I'm gonna say is Frank Gallagher. Weezy, you remember I changed my name on Facebook to Frank Gallagher?
Yes, I do. I didn't know that's why.
That's where I got it from. This nigga Frank is a total dirtbag, but you can't help but to like him. Like, all right, so look, this nigga competed in a homeless man Olympics.
Oh, I saw that episode.
Like, what the fuck, yo?
Now, I don't watch TV, but every once in a while I catch episodes and stuff, and I saw that.
That nigga, hey, yo, just think of that, the bum Olympics.
Yo, he's stupid.
Like they had to go and find like the like just go scavenge and see who can make the best bed and tent. Like that was I'm trying to tell you. Hold on. A lot of shit. She said a lot of shit in that show they can find offensive. They gave dildos to the nuns. No lie, they did.
Oh, I remember that one too.
They did. I'm trying to tell you. But yeah, check out Shameless. I feel like they should pay me for as much as I talk about them and promoted them.
Don't worry, Facebook gonna block this because you played the footage.
Ah, fuck Facebook. And you want to know something, yo? Let's take the conversation outside. Shall we quick?
Shall we?
We shall.
I couldn't have came up with a better transition. Welcome to another edition of Quick's Corner Now. On it in. This week on Quick's Corner, fun subject, light up everything, because granted it's been an eventful couple of weeks. Busy couple of weeks, but an eventful one. We got events that happen. We got events coming up. We already told you about the series premiere at the big star-studded red carpet event that's coming up starting on Saturday. But there was another big event, and it's tied to that, actually. And for this here, I'm going to have to bring in a guest for the corner. So I would like to welcome outside Miss Weezeth, the Blue Phoenix herself. How you doing, Miss Phoenix? Now,
I'm well. Hello.
I'm glad you're well. So, this past Saturday, a lot of these things happen on Saturday. There was an event that went down. Now, I'm going to give my first interpretation, then the Blue Phoenix can come in with hers now, and then we can come together and kind of bounce what happened off of each other. Now, this past Saturday was the writer and producer of The Rise of the Golden Goons and upcoming films such as Water, starring yours truly, Mr. Howie Doolittle himself. He has celebrated another lap around the earth in his big party was last Saturday. And first and foremost, I'd like to shout out his main lady, Candace, who coordinated a lit event. I'm seriously about to hire her to put together one of my next events. Like real talk. She got something there. But anyways, so I pull up. The event started at 8, and I do something, and I actually show up on time. I actually show up right at 8. I'm on time to a party. So I pull up, and right when I pull up, who do I coincidentally pull up next to? Howie. And he's on live just wilding out. He's like, oh, snap, look who just came in. It's quick. So if anybody goes and watches his live, or if anybody was in his live, he basically captured my entire arrival and so on and so forth. So we get in there, you know, they doing the final setups, and then all of a sudden we partying and so on and so forth. I step out for a minute because I had to take a phone call, and then I sat down with Timon, Howie's son, because he did like a little. He actually filmed the podcast in the vehicle, which I'm very impressed. We're gonna get to that on a later date. But I come back in, grab me a water from the bar. They had an open bar in there. I don't know how she pulled that off, but dang, Candace, you got pulled. Whew, open bar all night. So yeah, give me a water. I go over to the DJ section, and then I turn to the left. And who the heck do I see over in the distance, backing the thing up by herself?
I was not.
That's what I saw. So I passed the mic. What happened when you arrived?
Well, when I got there, it was like after 9.
Mommy, come in the house.
And so it was, you know, some people there, a few, 2 of the young ladies was dancing a little bit, but for the most part, they were just lingering around. So I didn't even see you when I first got there. And so I went over and gave Howie, you know, I had brought him some stuff, gave it to him, hugged him, and talked to Candace. And I chilled out for a minute, and then the DJ started spinning. And, you know, anybody that knows me knows I love to dance. I love music. So I started dancing, and then Quick came from somewhere. I was like, well, I didn't know you was here. But it was a really great party. We did a lot of dancing, and it was like as soon as you go in there, it was stuff going on.
Thanks.
So it was like you really didn't have time to think.
Not really. I swear. And she can attest. I don't even know their names, but 2 cougars was just pulling me left and right trying to get me to dance with them. I danced with them.
Oh yeah.
She saw it, so she can attest. But hey, it's whatever. And then all of a sudden the music is playing. I'm there. And by the way, this is a warning for any fella who tries to dance, who dances with Weezy, whether it's a hand dance, whatever, or if y'all in the distance just doing a conga like this. Wear protective armor, because she's leading and she is rough. Like I swear I
am not rough.
My hip got going out. I'm like, damn, Weezy, ease up. Like, but anyways, we danced. We had a good time. I was sore after, but we had a good time. But then it was just a big celebration. There's a whole bunch that went on. Like she said, you didn't really have time to process everything. You kind of had to just go along with it. At some point in time,
we had a whole centipede going on.
Oh yeah, yeah. And I think that's when my hip went out. Thanks, Weezy.
You're welcome.
I'm joking about the hip going out. But anyhow, at some point in time, when did I switch my hat? I had my cap on.
Oh yeah, you grabbed my hat because I think Michael Jackson came on.
Oh yeah.
And that was it.
She had a hat with a bit. That was your hat? I thought that was Howie's.
No, Howie robbed me for my hat. I told him, I said, yeah, that was my hat. Mm-hmm.
Oh. I look good in your hat. All right, well, Liddy. So you had my hat, and I had your hat, and I just had my itch to the side like that. And then there was an after party. We all went back. Elkie Stack's crib, kicked it. It was a fire event. A whole bunch went on. I say all that to say this, yo. It was nothing but love and fun in the room. No problems, no stress, no negativity. Whatever anybody might have felt before they went in the building, they left it outside the building. And that is the best thing possible. Pandemic or no pandemic, you gotta take time to cut loose and let loose some steam and have friggin' fun. Now, granted, I'm busy all the time. I rarely get to go out. And when I do go out, it's either for an event or I'm showing up to perform, hosting special guests, all the stuff I'll be doing. But every now and then I get drugged out the crib. I got a personal invite to show up to this event. And I'm like, yeah, I'm pulling up, especially for Howie, especially for Candace. And granted, everybody in there, we know, we rock with. Some people we didn't know, but didn't matter because they was on the same type of time we was on, which was to have a good ass time. I couldn't have been happier that dang day. Weezy, do you attest?
Yeah, I really did have a great time. Now, I do want to put in that if Howie's watching, Giamo was supposed to be there. And I told you that. And he forgot. And I neglected to remind him, so he missed the party. So Howie, do not hold that against him. He did not mean to miss the party. And I'm sure we'll have plenty more. But it was a great time.
A very great time.
Yes, it was a great time.
Yeah. A great time, yo. And I did not know you had impeccable belly dancing skills like that. I was thoroughly impressed.
I always tell y'all that I used to belly dance. I used to take classes all the time.
Oh, yeah, she can give Shakira a run for hers. I swear. You can't.
Throw my damn bitty dog backwards.
No, you damn. Ain't no, but you just said yourself you belly dance. That ain't nothing out there that's already. Anyways, y'all, the moral of the story is sometimes you got to take time out. No matter how busy you are, take some time out to have fun. And it's nothing better than having fun with folks you rock with. Nothing better. So if there's anything you got from this corner today, take some time for fun and celebrate the ones you love and the ones you rock with. All in all, this has been an episode of the Quakes Corner. Now, I turn it over to y'all in the panel. When was the last time you can honestly say you genuinely had the type of fun that made you forget about everything? Not including coming on here, not including, and for y'all on the panel, not including coming on here and doing this show, because we always have fun on there, but like, just genuinely had fun.
I'll say, baby, I think it was about 2 or 3 weeks ago. I went to a comedy show and they had 2 go-go bands. They had EU and I think an expression band. We had a good time. So
That sounds like fun.
It was bomb. I had so much fun. I danced all night then too.
Well, me, I was at my cousin's pool party in August. You know what I'm saying? I seen a whole bunch of family. I ain't seen the brick.
Oh,
we drank, we smoked, and then the police shut the party down. So,
that sounds like fun. Anytime the police shut some shit down, you must have had fun.
Yeah, neighbors was petty.
Of course. Miss Star?
I don't know.
Wow, you bland.
She fell asleep out of the wheel.
I did.
See, she gave you a hint. She said she was stoned.
Oh, yeah, so she having fun right the hell now.
Exactly.
Without the music.
All right, so yeah. I would say aside from that event and so on and so forth, I genuinely had fun. Whoa. I will say I had fun when I linked up with Tech 9. That was a fun day. Extremely fun.
Oh, wow.
When I linked up with him, saw his show and all that kind of stuff. But when I seen him for the first time, because like I said, I think I briefly told the story one time before, not long after I met him. But literally, I had a plan on everything I was going to say to him, from an artist standpoint, a business standpoint, so on and so forth. I had everything planned until I got in front of him, and I forgot all of the shit. I completely fanned the fuck out, completely. Because granted, this is somebody who I was listening to since I was 11, and the first time I see him wasn't on stage. He's right here. I'm looking at him straight in his eyes. For like the first 30 seconds, I fanned the fuck out. I ain't gonna hold you. But after I got that out my system, and I actually spoke to him and all that shit. From there, like that whole day as a whole, fun.
When was that?
You say where was it?
No, when?
When was it? It was before the pandemic. It was 2019.
So it's been that long since you really had a day that you enjoyed outside of our show?
No, it's not been that long, but like that was just one that popped in my head. I'll say the last one, I'll say a recent one. When we was at Star's house, I had a blast.
Oh yeah, that was good.
I have a question though. You telling us about your meeting with Tech Nine made me want to ask the panel. Do you have a good memory of meeting a celebrity? Because like I met quite a few celebrities in my lifetime or whatever, but my favorite was Redman. He was so sweet. Like I didn't really, he came out of left field. I didn't expect him to be such a great experience. I met him and Method Man together, and Method Man was a total asshole, which really bothered me. Yes, it really hurt my feelings how much of an asshole he was. He was very conceited and very stuck up for no reason. And then Redman just came in behind him and was like really cool. So that was my best celebrity meeting experience was Redman.
Damn.
Wow.
I met 3 celebrities. Well, actually, I met more than that, but my favorites was I met Darnell Dockett. I seen him at the Metro City Wings.
Wow.
Took a picture with him. I met RG3 while he was going to Snyder's office. I was doing maintenance in the building.
Dope.
And then I met Cat Williams at what's that?
Oh, for real?
Carolina's Kitchen. The joint that was in the Boulevard. The little soul food.
Yeah,
joint.
over there by the movie.
Yeah. I met him over there. We was eating fucking, what was it, lunch? And that nigga was in there because he was doing his little tour and shit. That's when he was signing Dipset and shit.
Oh, damn.
He was little as
dope.
shit. Yeah, but he was cool as shit. He took a picture and everything. But you know what? He made me feel like, damn, I gotta get my money up. Because that nigga fucking pinky ring, that nigga held out his pinky, man.
Wow.
And that fucking ring was stupid. I'm like, dog, why you had to flex on me like that? I'm just a regular.
Well, I've met Angie Stone. I actually interviewed her. That was last year, actually. I think that's the only celebrity I've met outside of you guys.
All right, well, I will say I'll say the first celebrity that I ran into. It was so random. Me and my mother was at a bank in Waldorf, Maryland. Soon as we pull up, standing outside the car, he was on the phone. We knew it was him because when he smiled, he had the gold teeth. It was Chuck Brown.
Oh yeah, you got to meet Chuck Brown.
Yeah, like at a random ass bank. And the thing is, he got off his phone and he came up and he waved to us and he did like this, like come up to us. He signed, like he took out, because matter of fact, the album, The Joint with Chuck Baby, just came out not too long before that. And he had like a card with it. He signed it, gave my mom an autograph. I actually have a video on one of my old phones that I took of me and him that day. I had to have been like 17. I had to have been like I was 7. I was 17. I just turned 17 when I met him. That was the first one. And then
but that's super dope.
Yeah, that's fine. He's the coolest dude because, bro, anybody who came up to him, he would shake their hand, holler. He was so regular with people, you know, and that was so fire. I thought that was so fire. I even called my dad because my dad is a Chuck Brown stan. Like, he is a super fan, and he even spoke to my dad on the phone that day.
Oh shit!
He was cool as hell, yo. Like, Yo. And that made my dad's year. Like, for real.
So, speaking of celebrities, Agent Orange himself, former Mr. President, not my president, Donald Trump, is planning on launching his own social media platform called Truth.
How ironic.
But guess what? He's going to have a whole bunch of accounts on that one because he has a follower.
No, hold on. You're not. I think you guys not reading it between the lines of what type of site this is going to be. It's called Truth. Think about his followings, his followers. What type of content is going to be allowed on that site? Just think about it. Just really just take 5 seconds and think and then toss it.
Where are you getting at? I'm lost.
That's gonna be one racist ass site, bro.
I know.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say.
There was already a site like that. There was a site called Parlor, I think it was called, where it was
that he was on.
Yeah, it had that site had nothing but far right people on there. If you were to I never been on there, but I saw like videos on it and screenshots of it. I saw so many Confederate flags and so on and so forth all throughout those clips and screenshots that I seen. It was ridiculous. So if anything, if that's what he's doing, Parler is probably the beta test for it. Real talk.
Angel said, I bet you he won't get canceled.
How much you want to bet?
He can't. He's a fool.
He'll never get canceled.
So y'all, what did y'all think about Trump's comments about Colin Powell? Did y'all see that?
No, I didn't. What'd he say?
No, what'd he say?
Oh man. So it was supposed to be a rest in peace post. He talked about how Colin Powell was the first person to attack other Republicans and how Colin Powell made lots of mistakes and how he hopes that the news and media handles the coverage of Colin Powell's death better than Colin Powell something or another. It was just really, really disgusting.
Bro, are you serious?
Huh?
I'm just
Yeah,
I'm
very
shocked.
disrespectful.
But that's Mo's man, though. He the one who loved Trump.
Yeah.
Bigly. But I mean, are you surprised?
No, I'm not.
Surprised at anything?
No, not surprised at all.
Well, no, because he has the cheat code. He can literally say any and everything he wants, and nothing happens.
So let me ask you this: did y'all see that meme where it says, the white people and black people will make a trade. They'll be able to drop the N-bomb, and we will get white privilege. Is that a fair trade?
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Is that a fair trade?
I wouldn't want
it. Shoot. Nah. Still not.
I'm sure a lot of people would take it, but no, I don't want it.
Straight up. But for real. I'm curious on because I'm not even curious on what the black folks would say. I'm curious on what the white folks would say. Like, you can say the N-word all you want, but all that privilege gone.
They're gonna be like, boy, I say it anyway.
Right. So how's that a fair trade? Wow, how's that an even trade then?
Beat up white people.
Right. So it's like, so how's that an even trade anyway?
Mm-hmm.
Besides, you already said the N-word don't bother you anyway. A white person can call you all types of niggas and you won't care.
Nah, see, that's where you're wrong, buddy. And guess what? Won't get me tonight, quick.
I'm just saying, that's what you said, right?
Quick, guess what?
Yeah, it's whatever. Don't worry, start saying something else like that too. So,
no, what I said was,
what'd you say? Clear it up.
That you won't get me. You see?
Whatever. I ain't trying to get you. I was just stating. Y'all can go back yourselves and review the game tapes. And y'all can see.
That ain't what I said either. What I said.
See, I got her though.
Your power is in your decisions, knowing when and when not to respond, and choosing how you respond is key. And that's all I was saying. If somebody calls you a nigga and you want to punch them in the mouth, that is your decision. That is your choice.
Can I flip the script a little? Not flip the script. I'm sorry. Can I sway us a little bit because Mo's not here and I need to take it for him? Okay. Guess what, y'all?
Well,
There is a such thing called restless anal syndrome. And it affects men that has had COVID-19 infection.
What the fuck? Listen, put me in the back.
Nah, you staying here. You gotta take this like
No.
the rest.
You don't get to choose.
No.
You don't get to choose. Put me in the back.
You stay right here with your pacifier too.
No, hold on, wait a minute. I kind of snuck off to get a snack, and I heard "put me in the back." What the fuck did I miss?
I said
She not getting put in the back.
restless anal syndrome affects man who's had COVID-19 infection. They're saying that this is a symptom, a possible symptom of COVID-19.
Put me in the damn back. Come on.
No, bring it back. She ain't going in the back. Put her back in.
This was in honor of our fellow Mo.
Literally.
But if you ever heard of restless leg syndrome, it's where your nerves or something in your legs, it just jumps all the time. So for him, it's like he has.
Relax.
It's like he has to poop all the time. It's just always jumping.
So he got the jumping.
So he got puckering ass in.
That's what I said.
A mega sour.
It's restless. It might not be young, but it is restless.
Oh, so did y'all hear that R. Kelly is on suicide watch?
Yeah, I heard earlier.
I did not.
Yes, they said.
I don't mean to sound rude, but who cares about that nigga?
Can I ask you something? This will determine it. Do any of y'all still listen to his music?
Hell no.
No, I haven't listened to him.
Rock?
Nope.
All right, then nobody up here cares then.
Nah, I stopped listening to him before the mute R. Kelly movement.
Really?
Yeah. But see, okay, so when the situation with him and Aaliyah, right? This whole long standing, it was a rumor, then proven to be true that he married her underage and stuff like that. I was a little kid then. Like, both of them are older than me. But I remember seeing that in Right On magazine, Word Up magazine. You feel me? So I've always had the inclination that he's a pedophile. As you grow older and you forget old news stories, that will make you forget. And I went back into listening to his music. You feel me? But then when those types of things come back to you, you have no choice but look at him differently. Everything that he does, because now it's like, okay, so you were singing about kids all that time, and it takes whatever the feel good about his music was right out of it when you think about what he's doing with his personal life and how it could be affecting the music that you're injecting. So I stopped listening to R. Kelly years ago.
So question. So why do you personally feel, all right, because R. Kelly, we look at R. Kelly, he's a man, went to trial and was proven guilty and still has another trial to go to, even though he's already about to be sentenced for something he already was found guilty of. Why do you think his fan base is still copping pleas for him, knowing they wouldn't give that pass to anyone else?
They were doing it the whole time.
Because he's considered a musical genius. The thing is, the sad thing about the world that we live in, especially Black people, is they snatch so much away from us. They make the playing field so uneven that when we find somebody that was able to make something out of the dust that they leave for us, we hold them in too high of a regard. Like I just was asking you about a good celebrity experience, because there's way more stories about bad celebrity experiences. You see a person, you assume that they're this type of way. You get this thought of them, and then you meet them, and then they crush your dreams because they're nothing like what you thought. You feel where I'm coming from? So in the situation of R. Kelly, him being a musical genius, and he is a musical genius, you know, aside from him writing music and performing music, you know, he plays instruments, he writes for other people musically. He is indeed a genius, but it didn't stop him from being a horrible monster behind the scenes. And sadly, we got the inclination early that he may be a monster behind the scenes or something is not right behind the curtain. But because of his musical prowess, that enabled us to forget about it and still be supporting him. And if you look at
allow him to
everything that
hurt
he
more
did,
people.
exactly, because everybody that got hurt, everybody who enabled him to hurt people, the root of all of that was money. So whether you want to own that you played a part in his foolishness or not, anytime you streamed a song, anytime you bought a CD, you know, he had all those trapped in the closets, he sold that separately. Anytime that you supported R. Kelly, the artist, you supported Robert Kelly being a pedophile.
Well,
so the people now, I have to say it that way because I was a huge fan. Chocolate Factory, I bought 3 copies of that CD just in case one got messed up. And I have to look at it now. He was able to pay parents off to not say nothing about what he was doing with his daughters. He was able to pay off government officials to get fake marriage licenses. He had all these people on payroll that was working for him, that was bringing these girls across state lines and stuff. So I can't say that we didn't help facilitate that because without our money, he wouldn't have been able to do it. So the people now that's talking about, I'm still going to listen to his music. Why can't you separate the man from the music? Because the man can't separate himself from the music because the music is what's helping him be a horrible man. But I digress.
So
and also,
hold on, the demographic of the people that's still supporting his music is mostly women. And let's be real, these are probably the same girls
That's true.
who was dating older men when they were young. So it's acceptable to them. You feel me? And I can say growing up, I know for a fact, you feel me, that it was young girls dating older men. I remember back when I was in middle school and it already had came out that, you know what I'm saying, one of the teachers was messing with the girls, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not, it wasn't unusual, but like I can't listen to it, his music, and be like, he won't talk about no girl, or because he made some great sex songs, but he was a pervert. You feel me?
Right. And at the end of the day, he was a man who made songs about sex, but he's on trial and was found guilty about forcing sex. So where's the separation?
And therein lies my point. Where is the separation? There isn't none. So you look crazy saying that you're separating the man from his music because he can't even separate himself from the damn music.
Well, there is a new separation. It's called the gun line. Right now, if he step across that gun line, he will be shot.
Well, you know. Oh, well, okay. Speaking of pedophiles or predators, did y'all hear about the I think 40 or 50-year-old man who married his 18-year-old goddaughter?
Yeah. He's 61. Yeah. And yes, God, that's that Florida bullshit a la G.I. Moses.
What's in the water in Florida?
It should be what's in the barrel in Florida.
Yeah, but you want to know something? That's fucking weird. That's fucking weird.
It's like he was grooming her the whole time.
Yeah.
And you never know what he was doing to her for her to want to marry him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like you raised your wife.
He was doing to her because they have a 2-year-old daughter together and she just turned 18. He married her 1 month after her 18th birthday, but they have a 2-year-old daughter together.
Exactly.
Yeah. And matter of fact, Tony, the comedian, shout out to Tony Baker. He's one of my favorites to watch on Instagram and all that. He actually made a video. Him. He actually made a video response to this saying how absurd it was. And granted, he said the person he's with right now is 8 years younger than him, even though both of them being grown, that really ain't shit. But he said in his mind, it kind of creeps him out that when he was 18, his girl was 10. You know.
And you know what? I was just thinking about quick. So this is my question to the panel. After y'all answer the question, I'll break down where the question came from. But do you think that it's possible to turn a man into, or turn a person into a pedophile who wasn't previously having thoughts like that?
Why are we not talking about
example?
Oh, yeah. His
So,
ass.
well, yeah, I'm gonna give you the example now. So on the screen right now, we have what's this fool name again? Woody Allen.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
right, right.
Alan.
And although in the picture you're seeing a little girl, she eventually became his wife.
Wow.
And she was his step
Yeah, that was
granddaughter.
his daughter or whoever
Step
it was.
granddaughter.
Mm-hmm.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And when she became an adult, he married her.
And who is Woody Allen? He an actor or something? Who's Woody Allen?
He's the
Yeah,
famous director.
Yeah, and he
Oh, he's a
actually
director.
he did some acting too.
Yeah. And so now what made me pose the question is because, okay, so Woody Allen is one example. So they said that the rapper slash singer Drake had this very unusual friendship with the actress Millie Bobby Brown.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think she was like maybe 14 at the time, and Drake was in his 20s. The thing is, what type of serious friendship can a 14-year-old and a
Have with somebody in their
20-something-year-old?
20.
Exactly. They said that he was calling her, checking up on her regularly, taking her out regularly. Like they'd be kicking it together in hotels and stuff like that, allegedly. And they're allegedly they're saying that he was allegedly grooming her. So that's what made me pose the question, because nobody had any inclination that anything could possibly be wrong with Drake before this story. And now they're saying, he looks like it may be a pedophile situation going on. So that's why I said, can a person who previously, had no signs that they may be a pedophile be turned into one?
I don't know if you can be turned into one. I think it's always there. I don't know if it just out of nowhere shows up. Because usually people that are pedophiles have had something happen to them, and their stuff is always there. So I'm not sure.
Yeah. And also the girl, because granted, it would have to be something that was always there, because granted, if the person is technically 18 over, at least in America, there's no illegal activity there. It just looks a kind of way because in the general eye, 18, that's still an immature, non-common sense having kid.
I mean, yeah, but think about this. So we all grew up basically Southern Black, no matter where we was born, because, a lot of our older relatives was from the South. In the South, they had a term called...
I grew up light skinned. Sorry.
The point is simply they have this saying about little girls. They call little girls fast. And I saw this meme, but it was the truest thing I had ever seen. It said, no 16-year-old is fast enough for a man that's not already attracted to kids.
Exactly.
And I mean, when you think about the magnitude of that phrase and how it was raised up, it's all the... So the family will shun the gay cousin who's out of the closet, but will protect the pedophile uncle by telling you what goes on in my house stays in my house, and you don't spread family business and all this other stuff. But he still comes to all the cookouts and still allowed to be around all the children. So my question is simply, why is either situation, okay? Why are Black people bred to protect the pedophile, basically?
I can't participate because I don't protect none of them niggas. I don't fuck with that shit.
Facts.
So I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna give you the academics look for right now because I'm listening.
Well, and that is true. That is true though, because even in my family, especially, a lot of that happens deep south, and that mess started from years and years and years and years ago. And even if I don't go back, let's go back to the boomers. The boomers are very much, they don't open up about their feelings, things that happen to them, they don't tell you. You better hush your mouth. You are to be seen and not heard. It's just different things that they passed on. And so now our generation, or our children, or the one, they're no longer being quiet. So I think the reason why it was, what happened to my house stays in my house is because of fear, or they didn't want to be ashamed. Because if you think about it, a lot of people that you're not about to embarrass me, don't be out here embarrassing me. But the thing is, I'm being hurt, and you're not doing anything about it, and you don't want me to embarrass you. It
And
was
then you make
embarrassing
me
to them.
feel like I'm lying. You calling me a
Exactly.
liar when you really want to just say, be
And the
quiet
thing
and stop
is,
talking about it.
they knew what was going on because it had
That's what I'm
happened
saying.
to them.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. They say, oh, you're lying. Shut up. Don't ever say that, when they really just want to say, be quiet and stop telling.
We know what's happening. It happened to me. He touched me too. Or she touched me too, because women
Oh,
was doing it too.
yes. And then not only that, let's not forget about the ones that feel like it's only right that you get touched because they got touched. Well, it happened to me. Ain't nobody come to my rescue.
So I
So
ain't gonna
when you
protect you.
right. So when you start thinking about it on a celebrity level, all of these pedophiles, predators, whatever, what have you, are essentially getting away with it because now they have money.
Unfortunately, they're not held accountable to a higher standard. Like, look how long, and I know we don't want to keep talking about Kelly, but look how long it took. And Weinstein, I mean, all these celebrities that are still doing stuff. And for when Kelly was talking about he gonna snitch, I said, I guarantee you, everybody that a great deal of people that we know are doing it or have done it, and it's coming
Uh-huh.
more and more to the surface because, like we have the cameras, we got the internet, everything is always out, so stuff is coming more and more to the surface. But this stuff been going on forever.
The question is, when are we going to find a way to make it stop, though?
As long as it's undercover, as long as it's being protected, it's not going to stop. Look at how the legislations and how the government is trying to put pedophile under the LGBTQ umbrella. People don't
Yeah.
realize that. And so that's another reason why I'm upset about how it's being pushed, because the agenda of the government or some officials in the government is to make things okay for them. Any law that is passed, or any legislation or any new rule that is passed is in the favor of the lawmakers. So even though the LGBTQ community are getting so much help, it's only because it's in the favor of the lawmakers. So they
Yeah.
can do certain things or say certain things or act certain ways and not get in trouble.
Yeah, the I scratch your back if you scratch mine theory. The remember when I did so and so for you, now I need you to do such and such for me.
That's how it goes. And so like it really blows me, and people don't understand, whenever there is a big hype about something, this government of ours is doing something undercover, underhanded, and we don't ever know about it till later on it comes out, and now we're not allowed to do something, or now they're allowed to do something, or you can't be ridiculed because now love is love. How the hell could a child give consent to an adult? It's like they're trying to take the innocence and the childhood from our children. And this has been happening for a long time. They want them to make decisions about when they go to the doctor. Now 11, 12-year-olds can decide if they want to get shots or go to the doctor and not need their parent. I'm sorry, I'm a mother, and I'll bust up in there. You don't tell my child that I can't come nowhere. I'm sorry, I don't give a damn how old they are. If they
Right.
can't pay bills, they can't make decisions.
The sad thing about that, though, Weezy, that I think we forget as a people is the fact that this whole these pedophilic antics has been going on since the beginning of time. When you look back to slavery days, and shortly after slavery was abolished and stuff like that, when you look at those mothers that were birthing babies, those were 12-year
They were
olds
as soon
and
as they
13-year
start
olds.
their
They were
period.
children themselves. Exactly. As soon
And
as they
even
start their
before that,
period,
even
snatching them
before
up,
slavery.
marrying them and getting them
Yeah.
pregnant and making them
Yeah.
moms and
Let's
making them
go.
housewives, because they felt that a younger woman would be more docile, more prone to do what you say. That's why they was kicking their tails and all of that. So when we now get to our generation, when we those young girls, and we got the grandparents shaking, wagging their fingers in our faces about the way we dress and shaking our heads when we turn up pregnant young. But wait a minute, grandma. Your mother had you when she was like 11.
Yeah, they married.
You
They
feel me?
married young back then,
I
though. They were
mean,
married.
Exactly my point. So what's the difference from back then to now? The sad thing is the mentality of I can have this younger girl and do what I want and be this older person because women do it as well. That mentality started from way back when. It went from being the norm to not being accepted and being shunned to now they want to make it the norm again. It started somewhere and people are forgetting that it started generations ago.
Monday morning. But you know, I think that's one of the reasons why the Europeans left from over there and came over here and landed or was on Plymouth Rock because they wanted to do what they wanted to do. A lot of that had to do with their preference of sex. A lot of that had to do with they didn't want to follow the rules of religion over there, but they came over here and started religion. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of that started before the slaves, before the takeover. They was over there doing shit, and because they kept on getting in trouble over there, they came and brought that shit over here.
Yeah.
So it goes way back. And now it's coming full circle because now they got the pen to write the laws and they're going to make sure that they can do whatever the hell they want to do, even though it's been going on for years. Now it's on a higher scale and they're putting it under the umbrella of people who just want to be free, who just want to love who they love and not be judged. Now they're going to put that under the umbrella. And now so it's like everybody is our puppets. Yeah. And the puppet masters are making them dance and do this and make you happy, make you feel like you don't have these strings. But anytime they feel like they're gonna pull your strings.
And in the end, there's no winner.
Exactly. But the puppet master.
Don't worry. And somehow they still try to feed this stuff to kids in a more slick way because granted, all right, look. For instance, one Disney movie I used to watch all the time as a kid was Pocahontas. Y'all remember? How old was Pocahontas in real life?
How old? She was like 14.
How she was like 12. She was like 12 when she married John Smith in real life.
Mm-hmm.
And John Smith was like 40 something. John Smith was like 40 something, marrying this 12-year-old.
No, he was. They considered him to be young, but you understand, that switcheroo because they'll look at a 15-year-old black male and say that's a man, and a 15-year-old white boy and say that's a boy. But John Smith was well into his 20s, on his way to his 30s, when she was 12 years old and he married her. So still a very, very
regardless.
Yeah, I'm just saying he was an adult. He just wasn't in his 40s.
Right.
Yeah, something like that.
But they made a lot of the stories are switched around.
Exactly.
And you made it seem acceptable when in actuality it was not that way. I love
because
Pocahontas.
they lied about
her
age and said that she was 19.
Who said that?
Listen, for as long as I've heard the Pocahontas story, we heard about it in school and they were saying that she was 19. Like our school history books were wrong. We had to go to the library, the public library, and read up on ourselves to realize that they had been lying to us about how old she was.
I got to look at it again because I read several publications saying he was in his 40s. I don't know. It might be flawed. That might be flawed too.
Either way, he was grown as hell.
Right. He was a grown man and she was a child. And they tried to bump up her age for her to be close to him. And then they talk about it like it's the greatest love story in the world. When the truth of the matter is that she only left with him and agreed to marry him because he was threatening to slaughter her entire family if she didn't.
He probably did it anyway.
Well, no. Right. Well, I take that back because he could have sent somebody else back after he got her to England because she never was allowed back to her home once he got her to England.
Because there's no proof or documentation saying that he didn't.
Right.
So.
And who was the savages?
Exactly.
So, but anyways,
academics, what you got to say up there, Akka?
He ain't got to say nothing.
And this is the No Filter Show each and every Thursday on. I really don't have that to say. Man.
Yes, you will have fun and learn your history on this show, all at the same damn time.
Yeah, y'all was talking about slaves, and I was typing, just doing some research, just really.
Stop running, dog. Jump in this conversation.
Come on,
He was
man.
looking at what we was talking about.
Nah, and then I was like, just thinking of how many slaves actually were sent to North America. Just really reading, just tightening up on my shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That's
Sure.
It was I forgot. I got to look it up because I don't want to give the wrong information. But they sent some people from here to Africa.
Really?
Some of our indigenous, some of our people were taken from here and sent over to Africa.
Cameroon and places like that.
Yeah, they were took from here. So we were already here. Some people were here, and they sent us over there. And some
Yeah.
people came over here. It's so wild, and that has something to do with them taking our land. But we ain't gonna go into that tonight. We ain't gonna do that. Mm-mm.
Look at you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So
look at me.
we were talking about those. How much time do we got left?
10
I
minutes.
don't know. Let me check.
We got 9 minutes. So
8 minutes and counting.
Recently, they just showed the robot dogs in DC. We got the
OMG.
Well, I'll say this. I saw the beta test of these dogs back in 2013. And I seen, for those of y'all who watch Black Mirror, I forgot the name of the episode, but if y'all watch Black Mirror, then y'all know exactly which episode I'm talking
8.
about. Thank you. There's an episode of Black Mirror that started just like this, and to say the least, it did not end well at all because they had little metal robotic dogs running around, but they had very, 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 very bad people skills. And when you got a robotic dog running around with very bad people skills, you get an entire fucking catastrophe. I'm just gonna say that. But humans are just too smart for their own good, and I'll leave it there. Too damn smart for their own good.
Sometimes I get sick of us, but yeah, I agree quick.
Yeah, that's some raggedy bullshit, but okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. So let's bring it. Everybody. Now I didn't know that this was, but Eve and her husband Maximilian, I think that's his name. They're pregnant with their first baby.
Yup, I saw her belly.
I could have swore they had other kids, but those were already his, right?
Yeah, I thought so too.
Yeah,
So I think this is her first child. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That's
Well,
dope.
congratulations to Eve on the first one.
That's really cool.
Congratulations.
Okay, so I know we really weren't trying to go there, but I want to know, Lizzo. Okay. Let's end the show on this.
So we doing this, all right? All right.
Might as well. Okay, so we had the purple net, right?
Sack of potatoes.
The potato sack. We had her looking lovely in a black outfit. It was so nice.
She looked beautiful.
So
she looked
nice.
beautiful. Beautiful.
And then now she's on the toilet.
Disgusting.
With her underwear over top of the camera, and she's pooping.
That is disgusting. I didn't like it when.
Don't forget, she did the video where she pulled her underwear down, showed her big bare ass, and was smacking it, telling people to kiss her ass.
Hey,
what?
Look,
I missed that one.
I missed that one too. But to the being on the toilet part, I didn't like it when Cardi B went on live when she had diarrhea, and I don't like it when Lizzo did it. So this goes all the way around. So I just thought that was the
Did
most.
You just gag?
Yeah. I'm just saying. I just think that it's just not classy. There's just a different. That's just doing too much.
Yeah, that is absolutely. You know what I want. The reason why I wanted to bring that up is because I am so sick of her doing things and then crying later. That really irks my nerves. So when it comes to her talking and she boohoo crying, y'all do not tune in. Like this is kind of like narcissistic behavior. It's ridiculous. She's attention seeking. She is a beautiful woman. But her character is ugly.
And so is the people who was around her.
Exactly, because they're not showing her any better.
everybody's allowing her to embarrass herself for their own entertainment. And the
Yeah, like
reason
it's
that I say
ridiculous.
embarrass herself, I need to speak on that specifically because they'll say, "Oh, you're body shaming her. How do you know she's embarrassed?" And this is, I'm not saying she's embarrassed right now, but she's a young girl in her 20s. When she get into her 30s and her 40s, she will be embarrassed at how much of herself she put out there for y'all to see.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that y'all are allowing her to do it for your own entertainment purposes right now, knowing that it can hurt her later, is crazy to me.
It's gonna hurt her later, but it's gonna work in her favor.
Mm.
All she's gonna do is write a book about it, talking about
Mm-hmm.
self-esteem. She's gonna capitalize. To me, honestly, it's show business. It's all about what you want to do to keep all eyes on you. You feel me? While you're so-called in the height in your end game. I think all
Well,
of this is just it's promo.
well,
Regardless
this is the
of
thing. She's basically been out in public naked, bro. She's running out of things to do
That's
into
what I'm
that
saying.
regard.
no,
She's
Because
running out.
Also,
I
the
ain't never
next thing is the
seen,
Ace Ventura thing.
I
So
ain't
it's
never
like,
seen Anita Baker
Ah,
naked. And she's still making money.
Holio.
so, I mean, yeah. So it's like as far as shock value stuff is regarding her body, she's running out of things to do. Had, like I said before, as talented and musically gifted as that woman is, she has no need to do any of that stuff.
she will have an
But
OnlyFans coming up next.
she has no need to do any of that stuff because there is no rapper singer out there that I remember, except for like actual jazz artists that are out here playing flutes
And
and killing it.
she can really go far if she's just really focused on her craft.
She is too talented to literally be doing all this stuff. She's doing stuff she really does not need to do.
And I think she feels because of her the shape of her body that she has to do that to get attention, but you don't. You don't. And like you said, she's in her 20s. You know we stupid as hell in our 20s. And the crazy
Exactly.
thing about some women, we ratchet and stupid up into our 50s, some 60s.
Yep.
But she does not have to do that. She doesn't have to do that. And maybe that's what she likes.
Too
Hell,
many
she did a
people telling
damn
her her
TED
talent is
talk
not
on
enough.
twerking. Now, this a lot of this. I'm not gonna take all the responsibility off of her because this is her, and she got common sense. She ain't got to do it. But a lot of this, her, but also the people around her. Somebody got to have some sense.
That's all I'm saying, because she clearly ain't got none.
I mean, there's really nothing left to say about her. Because like I said, she's a grown woman, young grown woman, has money, has and all that. She's gonna do what she's gonna do anyway, and all we can do is what she wants us to do, and that's watch it.
She's basically a troll.
Well, on that note, nobody's gonna start the outro.
On what note? What note?
That was
This has been another episode of the No Filter Show, and I gotta turn my camera on for this, and you know that deal. I am KQuick.com. Follow me at the real KQuick. Say less, K-Quick. Forever Rose out now. Asylum's out too, by the way. Make sure, hopefully, yeah. And make sure if y'all ain't got your tickets, y'all can pull up to the screening of Rise of the Golden Goons in. Is it what? No. It's in Brandywine, Maryland, near there. Escape theaters and all that kind of stuff. I almost gave y'all the wrong county and shit, but it's all right. Still, I can reiterate when it's her turn. Y'all know what it is. Beast Bars of Faith, ENT, we in here. No Filter Ish, Red Vision TV. Y'all know the vibes. No filter. Yeah.
So while we talking about all of that, I am the Blue Phoenix. You can catch me at the Blue Phoenix Hills on Facebook and Instagram. You can catch me every Wednesday night with our fellow Mo at 8 p.m. on both sides of the coins. You can catch me here every Thursday night at 8:30. Also, don't forget that Red Vision Cinema has our first short film out called Happy Anniversary on Vimeo, Vimeo.com. You can rent or buy this short film, and we have more to come. Along with just videos and anything that we're doing. I just wanted to shout it out and see you guys later.
This week's sexy dictionary word is moist, the act of getting wet. No.
One of my favorite words.
I am Just Star, and yes, I will be at the premiere this weekend of Rise of the Golden Goons. I play Tina Bellamy in the series, and I will be there. Come meet me, come greet me. I will be there shaking hands, giving hugs, giving pictures. COVID be damned. Come holla at your girl. Mwah. Find me on social media.
So, I am Taylor May Rock. But y'all know that, so I want to end tonight on a different note. I'm going to end my shit with a joke. You guys ready?
No, go ahead.
Quick, you ready? Star. So you guys got to leave your mics off so I can hear your reaction, okay? All right, so there's a boy and his grandfather. Grandfather went fishing, right? Took the little boy fishing that was out there on the water cooling. So the grandfather pulls out a cigarette. He says, Granddaddy, what's that? He said, boy, it's a cigarette. He said, can I have a cigarette? And the nigga said, hey, look, can your dick touch your butt? He was like, no. He's like, okay, well, you're not old enough. He's like, oh, rats. Okay, so they still out there chilling. You know what I'm saying? Granddaddy pulls out a beer. Because, granddaddies like to drink beer when they fish. It's relaxing. So he said, Granddaddy, what you drinking? He's like, it's a beer, boy. He's like, can I have some beer? He's like, can your dick touch your butt? He was like, no. He was like, well, you can't have none. You ain't old enough, right? Bam. So they get home. Grandma said, okay, I was fishing. He's like, it sucked. So, okay, cool. So grandma made the little boy some cookies, right? So the granddaddy came in there and say, hey, boy, what you got? He said, grandma made me some cookies. He's like, boy, give me one. He said, hey, granddaddy, can your dick touch your butt? He was like, yeah. He said, well, go fuck yourself because grandma made these cookies for me. You ain't shit.
Yeah, that's fire. Fire.
The No Filter Show.